President Tinubu re-emphasizes commitment to good governance, happiness of Nigerians.
Avoidance of chaos is necessary to build this country and move its aspiration across the line for the benefit of all.
Withdrawal of Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso dominate talks as ECOWAS Chief of Defense Staff deliberate on regional security.
No one nation can withstand the current challenges we have. We need to work as a team.
Now is the right time for media to promote professionalism and national cohesion, Minister of Information tells media owners.
Media is in the forefront of promoting unity.
It's a pleasure to have you join us on NTA Network News. I am Lami Ali. Presenting business news tonight is Benny Adams. Adiola Komeakere will be reading from our Lagos Network Center, and Badi Adeleye has the latest news in the world of sports. Don't forget to follow us on our website, nta.ng/live, NTA News on X, as well as on other social media platforms displayed on the screen. President Bola Tinubu has re-emphasized that good governance and other measures that will lead to the general happiness of Nigerians remain his topmost priorities. The president laid the emphasis as he received a group of Nigerian leaders of thought under the umbrella of the Patriots, led by the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyoku. State House correspondent Musbah Danwahab has the details.
A clarion call is sounding again. The Patriots are here to answer. And perhaps the leaders of thought also have an urgent call for the Nigerian leader, all in the pursuit of a greater Nigeria. From the advantage position of experience as well as observation of global trends at an earlier national colloquium, we see a Nigerian situation calling for a timely action to protect Nigeria's unity in diversity.
The view was that Nigeria needs a new legitimate Nigeria People's Democratic Constitution, that the present constitution is illegitimate and cannot deal effectively with the myriad challenges facing this country. In other words, that our present governance system needs to be restructured.
In further recommendations, they suggest establishment of a national referendum and a national constituent assembly that will reconsider the existing constitution, report of the 2014 confab, as well as other similar national conferences.
The draft constitution produced by the Constituent Assembly, as I said, should be put to a national referendum, and if approved, should then be signed by the President as the genuine, legitimate Nigerian People's Constitution. I've listened to you carefully.
And though currently preoccupied with economic reform for greater prosperity of the country, President Tinubu equally believes in the necessity of the recommended reforms.
Avoidance of chaos is necessary to build this country and move its aspiration across the line for the benefit of all of us. I'm still preoccupied with thinking and tinkering with the economic reform. That's my first priority. Once I get that reform in place as soon as possible, then I look at other options.
The president assures of his commitment to good governance and unity of Nigeria.
I definitely want to assure you that whatever is necessary, I'll put happiness and good governance in the heart of all Nigerians. This is what I will do.
On the nationwide agitation by a section of Nigerians, the leaders advised federal and state governments to dialogue with leaders of the protest for a common solution. From the State House, Musbal and Wahab, NTA News.
The incoming head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Esther Wilson-Jack, expresses readiness to implement the vision of President Bola Tinubu of transforming the nation's federal civil service for maximum efficiency. The State House correspondent Musbal Nwab reports that Mrs. Wilson-Jack expresses readiness to work, who came alongside the outgoing head of the Federal Civil Service, Mrs. Folashade Yemieson, was on an introductory visit to the President at the State House. After the meeting held behind closed doors, Mrs. Yemieson said the visit was necessary to further prepare the incoming number one civil servants for the task ahead.
Sharing his vision for the country and especially for the civil service with the incoming head of service, and that should prepare her, that should make her hit the ground running so that she can achieve all that Mr. President had discussed with us.
I'm sure you must have been working with her in the civil service for some time now. How capable would you say she is for this very, very important task?
She is very, very capable. She's very intelligent. She's hardworking and she's professional and she has a lot of empathy. So I'm sure she can carry that responsibility. I have no doubts at all in my mind that she would do the work very well.
I'm very, very grateful to Mr. President for the confidence and trust that he has reposed in me in appointing me as the head of the civil service of the Federation. I see it as a divine assignment, and I have had the opportunity to assure Mr. President that by the grace of God, I will not disappoint him.
The incoming head of the Federal Civil Service, DD Esther Wilson-Jack, is due for swearing in the coming days. President Bola Tinubu says ECOWAS will continue to persuade the military leaders of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso to return to their nation's fold. President Tinubu, who is the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Governments, reaffirms this position at a meeting with ECOWAS Chiefs of Defense Staff on Friday in Abuja. The president says the priority of the authority is to ensure that security is enhanced and that constitutional government is defended and promoted in the region. He acknowledges that it has been a challenging tenure for him since 3 members indicated their exit, adding that the authority will work hard to persuade them to return whichever way. The ECOWAS chairman commends the defense chiefs for their commitment to regional stability and protection of constitutional governance. Chairman ECOWAS Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, informed the president that the defense chiefs had agreed that challenges in the region, such as insurgency and unconstitutional changes in governments, must be addressed collectively. He reveals that discussions at the meeting also focus on enhancing the capacity of ECOWAS military components, including the proposed standby force. Still on ECOWAS, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, says ECOWAS is making concerted efforts to return Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger back to the sub-regional bloc. General Christopher Musa stated this when he led delegation of ECOWAS defense chiefs to the National Counter-Terrorism Center, Office of the National Security Advisor, where he expressed concern over the withdrawal of the 3 former members, noting that it could lead to increased instability in West Africa.
Member states.
It has been 3 days of critical meeting for ECOWAS defense chiefs, discussing a wide range of issues, including political instability, evolving security threats, and the quest for economic prosperity in the sub-region.
Nigeria has demonstrated its commitment, to West Africa's integrity, West Africa's governance processes, and West Africa's security.
The absence of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger remains a serious concern to the bloc. The 3 countries withdrew from ECOWAS and formed the Association of Sahel Countries due to political differences, security challenges, and sovereignty concerns.
Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, they have been invited. Their flags are flying, but their seats are empty, to show the entire world that we are not enemies. We are brothers, and we look forward to when they will come back safely into ECOWAS.
ECOWAS defense chiefs visited the National Counter-Terrorism Center in the Office of the National Security Advisor.
We hope to partner with our brothers in the West African sub-region and the Sahel in the process of talking on how we're going to come together to address this threat that is really stopping our people from reaping the dividends of democracy.
The 42nd session of the ECOWAS Chief of Defense Staff platform resolved to ensure collective fight against regional security threats and redress the absence of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has visited the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, at the Naval Headquarters Abuja and presented the land title documents for a proposed naval base in the state. Defense correspondent Najatu Tijani reports.
Presenting a title document of 100 hectares of land for a naval base in Ogun State to the Nigerian Navy, Governor Abiodun says establishing such a base would leverage Ogun's bitumen deposits, support the natural gas project, and protect potential oil reserves.
We will be able to attract investors to our state, and when investors come to our state, they will employ people, and this, of course, will trickle down to the prosperity. We purpose to achieve this vision through what we describe as our implementation pillars, and that is acronym ISHEA.
As part of our role, it is our duty to ensure that we fulfill this aspect, which is provision of security, and for the investors to have confidence in investing in this.
Ogun State already has strong ties with the Navy, being under its Western Command, which oversees maritime assets in the economic zone. The governor desires to further strengthen ties in the area of maritime security for vulnerable coastal communities, including Tongeji, an island close to Benin Republic, but with strong Nigerian Navy presence. The proposed naval base in Ogun State is expected to enhance maritime security. Najatu Tijani, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, at an interactive session with owners of some private broadcast media outfits in Nigeria, says that now is the right time for media practitioners to reassess their activities of promoting professionalism and national cohesion. This was when the minister led the presidential media team on an advocacy visit in Lagos. Salihu Gwanara has the reports.
To these elated media owners, the minister and his team are indeed August visitors in the month of August. This is in furtherance of the presidential media team's advocacy visit to critical stakeholders, particularly those in the media industry. Lessons from the recent protest and the role of the private broadcast media dominated discussions.
We also know that even as you do this task of holding government to account, which is your constitutional role that you are playing, we have to have in Nigeria before we can have a functional Nigerian media. It is incumbent on us to ensure that media is in the forefront of promoting unity, conserving our collective existence, and ensuring that all of us stay in peace.
At Arise, we believe and agree that subsidy must be removed and agree that there should be a market-driven exchange rate, but not at the same time.
We will make sure that job is done with a lot of responsibility. We will make sure that we're also partners in progress with government. I've often told people who care to ask me that I don't belong to a political party.
Where I feel that a lot of focus should be on, and I feel this is also going to benefit media houses like us, is a regulation of some sort on all these other forms of media. These are the areas these people go to cause to wreak this havoc. That's where the insightful things come out from. They pick a very small video or very little information they have found and twist and twist and twist it.
The government image maker reaffirmed policies on local government autonomy and in critical sectors such as agriculture, health, security, and education, which are efforts towards building a strong foundation for socio-economic prosperity, particularly for the youth.
If people are asking, what has the federal government done with their money? Which is a very legitimate question to ask. People should also ask why the state governments are also doing theirs. Because all of us together make what we call the Nigerian Federation.
The team crisscrossed the head offices of Arise Television, Channels Television, and Television Continental TVC in Lagos. Saliu Gwanara, NTA News.
More stories on Network News after the break. Please stay tuned.
Ambition. My G. For our ambition, we go hard.
We go day, night, till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content, till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses, giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, AudioMac, and Boomplay in one fly package. Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited. The Association of Muslim Men in Business and the Professions, The Companion, invites the general public to their 2024 conference and the 6th National Discourse with the theme Between Patriotism and Self-Preservation. Topic: Dilemma of the Nigerian Youth, Challenges at Home, Uncertainties Abroad, under the chairmanship of Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Speaker, House of Representatives. Keynote Speaker, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim, Honorable Minister of Youth Development. Guest speakers, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Chairman, CEO, NIDCOM, and Professor Abdul Rashid Na'Allah, former Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja. Date, Saturday, 10th August 2024. Venue, Idris Abdul Kadir Auditorium, National University Commission, Maitama District, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. The Companion 2024 Conference and 6th National Discourse. Our Ummah is one, serving Allah. Announcer, Organizing Committee.